Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Heist League 3.12. In this episode, well, this morning I worked on an aura stacking zombie build for a Path of Building. I haven't obviously made it in game. I just started it. It's a theory craft, so take it with a grain of salt. It probably isn't the final product. It isn't the best thing you can make. It's just a starting template so that people can actually view this properly. Okay. So what's up guys, how you doing? This is my Path of Building I made. So how will I start this off? I'll run you guys through what we've created. So the overall, what people will actually care about is the zombies. We're a zombie build. The zombies deal 1.6 million damage per, 9 of them. Okay, that's pretty good damage. It's more than my current build. Great. And we scroll down. We have 4,600 energy shield CI. 1,800 energy shield regen, 33,000 evasion rating. The armor's broken. This should be like 50,000 armor, and this is our physical damage reduction against a 15,000 physical hit. So this is removing all of our armor, and we have basically 90 with the extra armor, and then we have 90 reses and CI. So obviously, and you still have an extra 7% mana reserve. So this is level 100 Scion, Ascendant, all the skill points. What I chose is Necromancer and Guardian. Guardian for the physical damage reduction, regen, etc. Onslaught, this is Necromancer for the aura attack speed, minion damage, and the corpse. We're not consuming corpses, so it doesn't matter. But, okay, so now I show you guys what we've actually done. So this is a typical aura stacker skill tree, except the differences are I used my own large, which is a Feasting Fiend's Renewal Rotting Claws to get Leech, Regen, and the extra Impale. Without the extra Rotting Claws, your zombies only have 88 Impale. And so I actually need the extra Rotting Claws, which is nice. It's perfect. So you get 100% Impale with just Dread Banner, 1 Rotting Claws in the Aura Stacker. And, yeah, they do deeps, bro. Big damage. 1.6, it's ridiculous. Then we can look at the radius of the auras. 69 radius in this build. It could be bigger, but we're not running Feeding Frenzy, and we're not running... And hopefully the concentrated effect will reduce the area and the range of these minions. And also we're running no fearsome force, so hopefully that reduced radius area of effect of the minions will also help them not go as far. And then we're literally immune god, hopefully overall. So then I even went as far as to not take a 1% reduced mana reserve intuitive leap to save like 80-90x. This build is pretty cool. So it's tons of mana reserve stacking. And then we use a ton of auras. Now I'll show you all the skills. So the skills, my main link, the Feeding Frenzy is irrelevant. It's an option if you want to try, but I don't think it'll work. So my main link is a zombie in my weapon. My weapon is +1, +2 socketed support. So it buffs up the Empower to level 7 Empower. As you can see, it gives 6 levels. So our raised zombie is level 28 in this build. So... And they have 26,000 life. I also want to show one more thing, actually, before I get into the nitty-gritty. The zombies, 26,000 life, right? 1,300 regen. They leech. 1,100 energy shield. Okay. 14,000 armor. 57% physical damage reduction from the Guardian. You get the 14,000 armor from the determination. That's not counting the evasion rating turning into armor, by the way. This is just the 219% on the flat 3,000 that you had. You can see that it makes 3.19, and yup. And the extra Guardian physical damage reduction. Then we have the evasion rating. And then we have the LE res is 90%, and we capped the chaos at 75 using ghastly jewels in the build. And then they also have 12% block and spell block because of Fortress Covenant, and they have dodge and spell block because of a quickening covenant. So you can see here, effective health pool, maximum hit taken, effective hit pool 157,000, 678,000. What the fuck is this against each type? So our worst is physical and chaos. Yeah, so that's really crazy. for the zombies. That's expected, and that's because this isn't calculating the extra determination with the anomalous to give the 40% of evasion as armor, so you'll have tons of extra physical damage mitigation. But then, as you can see, chaos is the worst thing, and this is with the 5 ghastly jewels. You can imagine if you didn't cap their reses, cap the chaos, then they take a lot. Okay, I just want to throw that in there because it's important. And now let's get back to the skills. So that's the main damage. Then we run in body armor. So obviously there's 2. I just didn't put them together because I trolled. So these are the 2. Okay, so in the body armor, determination, purity of fire, flame dash, dread banner, hatred, chaos golem. So we run 1 golem in the build. We don't run the extra golem commander to get an extra golem, and then he gives us some physical damage reduction, which is really nice. So that's in the body armor, dread banner, hatred, chaos golem. So we're not running awakened brutality in the build. We're actually, if you notice also, we're running hatred, and so the zombies actually convert so much of the damage to cold. It's really, really insane. And you can actually check. Awakened brutality isn't recommended. Look, awakened cold pen is more recommended. That's insane. Okay, that's really insane. So then we also run in the glove, Raise Spectre, Blood Magic, Animate Guardian, Empower 4. So to hope, I was looking to maybe get the Spectre to 25. I'm not sure how I would do it yet. Not there yet. But then in the boot, I went Vitality with Enhance, Grace, and Purity of Ice. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out, Determination is Divergent, so that gets you 10% of evasion as extra armor. Anomalous, Purity of Fire for the 20% chance to avoid Ignite. Flame Dash is normal. Dread Banner, I didn't check. 2% less damage. Wait, that's only if you place it down, right? And this gives Impale. Oh, this, you could use this to make it so you don't need the Rotting Claws. Technically, you could go Divergent Dread Banner to save 2 points on the skill tree. Wait, is that good? That's gotta be good, right? Yeah, that's gotta be it. There you go, Divergent Dread Banner, save extra 2 points, easy clap. You could spend these in the extra aura stuff, possibly. There we go, easy. So now we're up to 1.72, 4,700. It got even better in the video, live. Okay, dude. It's really cool. Next, we have back to the auras. So, Hatred, regular. What was it, though? Chill and freeze. Move speed while on chilled ground. Increase chill and freeze duration. We could run that, or the increased area. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Hatred has such a big radius anyways, I'm pretty sure. If you check the Hatred radius, it's bigger than everything. Probably. 79. It's so insane. Is that with the extra 40? Probably. Look at all that increased area of effect. And that's aura effect. This is area. Wait. Look how weird this is. It doesn't calculate right. Okay. Then yeah, we have our Raise Spectre and our Animate Guardian. We pray it lives, so this will have like a Kingmaker and the Fortify and the Garb of the Ephemeral to stop crits and shit. Same thing as always. Then I run Divergent Vitality for the 44% increased damage while on full life. We run the Grace for 22% chance to avoid elemental ailments. That's anomalous. And we run Purity of Ice to avoid being frozen. So pretty much with the Grace and the Purity of Ice and all this, you're going to be immune to freeze, ignite. You won't be immune to shock because we're using a Doriani's Delusion Sorcerer Boot for the Purity of Lightning, so you don't have a weird version of that. So you can't get the alternate quality. Clarity, same thing. It's in the Amulet, and the Stygian Vice has aspect of the Avian because we're running a sack of walls. So then in the build I put that we're using Avian in flight the whole time. So then this is the build. We have the +1 socketed gems. Socketed skills deal 20% more attack damage. With the +2 socketed support gems, and minion attack speed 28. We use Alpha's Howl with haste mana reduction with the +2 and 8% mana reduction. We use a 10% sack of walls with +2 duration. We use breath stealers to anoint death attunement. If you guys noticed this, I thought of this genius tactic. So you could get an extra specter and zombie in the build because it's 5 points and that's ridiculous. So we're actually using the breath stealers in this build. It's also a not bad glove for this build because energy shield. Oh, never mind. It has no energy shield. Energy shield. It's armor and mana. Never mind. Doriani's Delusion, 157 ES, and it's not terrible. And then you get an 80% chance to avoid being stunned if you've killed recently. And then we allocated Lord of the Dead on the Ami, so we get an extra zombie too. I didn't do Ravenous Horde because we're Guardian, so we should have Perma Onslaught. And then I went 2 unset rings, which I haven't used them yet. So we actually have 2 bonus unset rings, and I've shown that, like, for example, you could put the Chaos Golem for 1% more physical damage reduction in the in an unset ring with +3. For example, you can move the Flame Dash to an unset ring, then you could buff more auras, specifically to put more auras together so that they get the benefits. Like for the 6th link, you could put in the Enhance and maybe an Enlighten to save even more mana, etc. It's really cool. And then, yeah, we run all that shit. Either way, oh wait, I didn't go through the rest. Okay, so then we have the Vitality for the 44%, and that's all you immune to Purity Vice. We run Anomalous. Somehow I skipped this. We run Anomalous Discipline, which is you and nearby allies have 10% increased damage while on full energy shield. So the zombies do have energy shield, 1100 I showed. Then we have normal and power 4. Precision Anomalous gives 10% reduced mana reserve on a level 20 precision, which actually is the reason that the zombies have 100% accuracy. They normally will need Grave Pact to get the accuracy rating so that they have 100%. But Precision does it in this build. That's pretty cool. And then Val Haste, and that's, yeah, normal because it's a Val version. Either way, that is the build, dude. Oh yeah, I was going through items. So I made the rings. I was talking about what I would socket in these, but then I put an endurance charge for the extra physical damage reduction because I feel like that was the one weak point of the build. Square up the physical damage reduction, square up that, and then we're going to be an absolute god. Stygian Vice with the aspect of the Avian, ES, increased energy shield recovery rate, increased energy shield from body armor. That's a disgusting belt. Then Ghastly Jewel, so I run 5 of these. ES, minion life, Chaos Res, and it's to cap the Chaos Res of the minions. The extra life is bonus, and the energy shield is super bonus. You don't actually need it, it's just if you can, why not? So throw that out there. Then we run 2 7-point voices where you could get better than this. We run Quickening Covenant. We run this medium with 6 passives and 6% increased effect of non-curse auras. And we run First Among Equals, and increased effect. Then again, increased effect, First Among Equals, random extra mods. First Among Equals and increased effect. First Among Equals, increased effect. First Among Equals, increased effect. First Among Equals, increased effect. I think you see the trend here. Then we have a different one, Uncompromising and Sublime Form, to get the reduced mana reserve cost of Determination and Grace by 30%. Then we run Pure Aptitude to reduce, I think, like Purity of Ice by some percent, and it has 25% increased effect of that too. Nice. That is all the medium clusters. Now let's look at, we showed the Ghastly Jewels. Then we Conqueror's Efficiency, 1% mana reserved. We got Conqueror's Potency with 1% mana reserve. We run the large cluster I showed, Feasting Fiends, Renewal, Rotting Claws, 8 points. Intuitive Leap for the extra mana reserve without, and doesn't have the corruption. We run this Cobalt Jewel with 1% mana reserve. Corrupted Blood cannot be inflicted with 12% lightning res. It's not the worst. It's not terrible. We ran a Watcher's Eye that costs 28, and this is increased energy shield recovery rate while affected by discipline. So it gives you extra regen, energy shield regen. And then we also have 9% of physical damage taken from hits taken as cold while affected by Purity of Ice. Nice. We run a Might of the Meek to increase the mana reserve of those nodes next to it. So right here, we increase this to like 6 or something, or 5 from, I think it's 6 from 4. And then finally Fortress Covenant, and I socketed that in the large clusters because, or the mediums. Show this one first. This is the Quickening Covenant. It normally would transform notables around it to minions have 25% reduced movement speed, but because it's in a cluster jewel, it doesn't work. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, anointed these two. And this is just a build theory craft. I haven't actually tested in game. Like I said, take this with a grain of salt. I just wanted to put together something that isn't a low-life aura stacker, and I wanted to just show what's possible and allow people to mess around with this, because it's actually a fully put together thing that, in theory, if the zombies stay in range of the auras, or if you can increase the range of the auras, which we also found out through this, that you can get small passives skills also grant 4% increased area of effect of aura skills. And so, as we showed, that gained like 2 radius on the auras, and if you did this on every single one, on every single point, on every single travel point, you could get some pretty good range probably on it, and then you could go for the lower point voices, 3-point voices possibly, like a spend 2 mirrors. You have extra mana reserve that you can get on the jewels, and yeah, either way, this is super fucking expensive, completely unrealistic. I don't recommend anyone to try this at home, but it was a cool theory craft, and I spent a lot of time on it, and I wanted to show you guys because it actually looks really cool and has some really promising things about it, but I genuinely don't know if it actually works. To be honest, at the end of the day, we don't know unless we try it, and like maybe we'll figure out how to test the tankiness of it without going all in. And so it'd be like getting all this mana reserve, getting all the clusters, and trying the auras and just seeing if the tankiness can keep them alive without needing to go too far, possibly. Well, either way, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed this zombie build. It was really fun to put together, and this isn't the final form probably. This is just the first iteration of showing you guys so that you can now get really excited and also work on it. Well, either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support, and thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!